thing started. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana.
People still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. He'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd down, going up top. Gets it out fast. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
3rd down, I think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. But this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobble him up behind the line of scrimmage.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease, it's Torres. Turns it on in midfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Gonna run it. It's Torres. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Offense getting set for first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Raging Cajuns want to pick up the tempo.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's right on target. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He'll try the left side. At the 40, there he goes. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're going to ride this running back. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. And the Raging Cajuns are on the move. Here's the handoff. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Louisiana 7, Florida Atlantic 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Cajuns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On second down, wants to throw. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive. Got it behind the line. It's Fuller. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Feeling some heat. Snags it over the middle. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw? Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Toss to the outside. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time. I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on it. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? They'll try it on the ground. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. In plus territory, not really much of a decision to make there. They had to go for it, and it paid off. Yeah, they know points are going to be at a premium in this game, so they're going for it here, no doubt. Nice job picking up the first and now putting a lot of pressure. And that pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns. And this quarterback has been done. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to... to keep this thing from getting out of hand. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quarterback will keep it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. They'll try the run. Hard running there. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Florida Atlantic.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to run for it. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
Louisiana.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. And he'll slide after picking up the 1st down. The Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Quarterback keeps it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Temple rolled to victory in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. I Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Snagged in the middle. It's Torres. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Got a man. It's Torres. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Brings up second down.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Might be looking to run. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Raging Cajuns will kick it off to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down.
He's out of bounds at the 38. Brings up second down.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. being down. I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to make magic with his feet. That's a live ball. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and them creating the fumble. Awesome job.
Quick completion to the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The Raging Cajuns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Second and goal for this offense. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football. Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. These corners going to give them some space. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He looks that one in nicely. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Smashes through. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's first down from the 11. Might as well give it to him again. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the ground, it's Torres. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up. And it's caught! Who gives a hoot? The Owls do! It's a touchdown!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Now on the move. Got the first down and more. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Louisiana, 24. Florida Atlantic, 14.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Louisiana.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Short gain on the play before he slides.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
They'll line up for a second down play. On the move. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
It's so frustrating on a defense. I mean, you got great initial coverage. You understand third and short, the ball might come out fast, and then what does the quarterback do? Scrambles around, buys time, gets the first down pretty easily. Now you got a new fresh set of downs and a new fresh set of problems.
They want to run this quarterback.
The ball carried by 1. Gain of 4. Brings up 2nd down.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Louisiana! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Going up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Dances away to buy time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Loses 3. 2nd down coming up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now they'll run it to the right here. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
At the 19-yard line. Now, 4th down.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. The ball pops out. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy.
Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Cajuns! And the beatdown has ensued. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Michigan State is going all in. That offense has more options than they've had in East Lansing in some time. They're up by 32 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. And the The defense doing work. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Fair catch called for and made. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Catch in the middle. It's Harmon. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He's back to throw on second down. Floating away. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. This is what you're looking for when you have the better.